Students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing good and taking good care of yourself. So, class 5, today we'll revise chapter number 2, that is the Iron Age. So, let's begin. Okay, let's begin from the first question, that is define the following terms. Now, the first one is momentum. Momentum means increase in the rate of development. When in the rate of development there is an increase, this is called in the rate of development. Only in the rate of development that there is an increase, we call it momentum. Then second word is smelting. Smelting means to take the process of taking what iron taking metal from ore. When we take out metal from the ore, this process is known as smelting. Then number C is vaults. Vaults means these are large rooms that are used for storage, for storing things. Then D is thatched. Thatched means to cover with straw. That is covered with straw or if straw or any other similar material. Okay, hearth. Hearth means the floor of a fireplace. Where is the fireplace? The floor of that fireplace is known as hearth. So these are the definitions. Now iron, the Iron Age. So we'll talk about iron. It was easy to find, but it was very difficult to like it was melt in higher temperature. Okay, only at very high temperature, and the life of people in the Iron Age was totally different from the life of the other ages. Okay, how from in terms of agriculture, if we'll see, so when industrial before the industrial revolution, the people lived in agrarian lifestyle, means the lifestyle that is related to agriculture only. That time so many things were not there. Now iron plows called arts are there, that is more ancient, more efficient, more powerful than the ancient wooden plows. Now you can see heavier soils could be tilled, and more land now is was available for farming. Okay, and iron sickles are there for harvesting, and a rotary coin is also there for grinding grains. So many things are available nowadays. In that way, it was sorry nowadays in Iron Age. Sorry, so it was totally different from the other ages. And in terms of building, if you see, though the craft of buildings that was also improved in Iron Age, because in the Iron Age the tools of iron were used, like nails and rivets. It was used in fixing the iron plates, and buildings were no longer only longer simple shelters. They were not only simple shelters. Now they become a place to live also, to live there, to meet, a meeting place, and it became a community life also. So meat and fish were preserved by salting and by smoking, and now groans now can be stored in granaries and underground vaults. Vaults, I told you, that rooms used for storage. Then in terms of tradition also, trade also, it flourished because people now people could produce more than the required food. The food that they required, more than that they started producing it. Okay, and this now they in that Iron Age they started storing for the future use also. Now they gradually they learned to make iron coins, and which was used further for exchange of surplus grain for trading. And ownership, now land ownership and grain production, they became a way to gain power and wealth. In the Iron Age, these land ownership and grain became what, a way to gain power also and to get wealth. Wealth means money. Then improvement in technology. Now iron fragments were found at the time of excavation in Turkey. Okay, and at the time it shows that when they find the iron fragment, in that time steel was use of carbon. It shows the use of carbon steel. Okay, now when the Iron Age was about to when it comes to an end, some improvements were found in the society. And now what were those improvements, we will study later on. But before that, let's start the question number 2. In which 4 countries of the world civilization flourished during the Iron Age? So during the Iron Age, the world civilization flourished in which four cities? The four cities are Greece, Turkey, Italy, and ancient India. Not today's India, ancient India. Then question number 3, where were the evidences of steel manufacturing found? Just now I told you, the evidences of steel manufacturing were found in Turkey. What improvements were made in the society? First, coins were introduced and often used in most trades. Now, coins were introduced, and coins were after the introduction of coins, it was used in many trades, most of the trades. Then, rye and oats was also these new crops were also introduced. Then, cattle, sheep, and pigs, they became valuable for manure, because we can get manure from these animals. Wool also, sheep give us wool, and food products. Okay, we got from these animals. Now, cells of Britain made round houses. Now, the cells of Britain, cell means the member of the people of group of people from Britain. They made round houses in the Iron Age. Okay, an open hearth fire in the center of the house was common in these houses. Now, in these houses, these round houses, who the cells of Britain, those they made round houses. And though in these houses, what was common? Their hearth was common. Open hearth fire. Open hearth fire means open. The hearth fire means the floor of a fireplace. In the center. It was in the center, and it was common in these houses. So next question is question number 4. Write a short description of the houses in the Iron Age. Now, how was the houses in the Iron Age? The cells of Britain made round houses, I told you, which were constructed using wood. These were constructed using wood, clay, soil, straw, and animal manure. Using these things, they made round houses. And here, thatched roofs. These type of thatched roofs, they helped in waterproofing the houses. Like the water, they do not stay here, they just goes down. Like in that way, it helps in waterproofing the houses. Okay. And here, festivals were mostly based on agriculture here, from sowing till harvesting. So this was all about the Iron Age. Now we are going to revise chapter number 3, that is evolution of transport and communication. So first question is that we will define the following terms. So for the first term is lured. Lured means attracted by something. Number B is navigator. Navigator means a person who gives directions. A person who gives directions to navigate a ship. To navigate the ship, when it gives the directions, and that is called navigator. That person is called navigator. Number C is expedition. Expedition is a journey. It is a journey undertaken for specific purpose. To do that specific purpose, when the journey is undertaken, that is called expedition. Not for roaming and for enjoying when a person does, just for specific purpose when a person when a journey is undertaken. Okay. Number D is scripts. Scripts means all the written documents. Whatever the written document is there, this is called scripts. Then halted. Halted means caused to stop. So these are few of the definitions. Rest of the definitions also you have to study at home. Now then comes exploring distant places. Here we read about few of the European voyagers. They start new trade routes to east. Okay. Now first one was Marco Polo. If I tell you about Marco Polo, from 1254 to 1324 CE, he belongs to this period. From Venice to Italy, explored the continent of Asia. Then some number 2 is Christopher Columbus. His period is from 1451 to 1506 CE, and he was an Italian explorer, and he sailed across the Atlantic Ocean in 1942, hoping to reach India. He was moving to reach India. He was hoping to reach India. Now then he ended his discovering America for the he discovered America for what? the then kings and queens of Spain. Then third was Amerigo Vespucci, 1454 to 1521 CE, and he was an Italian navigator. Navigator, I told you, he gives who gives direction to navigate the ship. So he proved that Brazil is not a part of Asia. He was also a great cartographer. Okay. Now then come Vasco da Gama. Vasco da Gama belongs to 1460 to 1524 CE, and he was a Portuguese explorer who came to India from Europe. Okay, and he later became the viceroy of India also in 1524. Then comes Ferdinand Magellan from 1480 to 1521 CE, and he was the Portuguese explorer, and he did the first expedition. Okay, expedition, I told you, journey for a specific purpose, and he sailed around the earth, and he proved that the earth is indeed round. Okay, he was the one who named the Pacific Ocean. He was the only one who named our Pacific Ocean. You all know Pacific means calm and peaceful. Then Jenny Barrett, 1740 to 1807 CE. He was a French botanist and explorer, and she was the first French botanist and explorer, and she was the first woman to circumnavigate the earth from 1766 to 1769. After that, coming next to modern means of transport. Okay, nowadays you can see so many modern means of transports are available. In the previous time, only steam powered engines were there, railways, steamships were there. Okay, after that, major invention was what? Petrol. Okay, after the invention of petrol, many vehicles came. Okay, and this is more efficient and more reliable. Okay, just after the invention of oil, this made all the means of transport, whether it is land transport, water transport and air transport, it makes it more efficient and reliable. Then evolution of communication also. Earlier, so many different types of means of communication were used, like pigeon post and all. But nowadays you can see we can communicate with any people anywhere within a few seconds or minutes. Okay, then need for writing. Earlier told you that the it was based on pictograms. Okay, and gradually it was improved, and the scribes gradually developed signs for objects, and after that, the earliest form of writing, cuneiform, it came into effect for writing scripts, for writing written documents. And later on, scripts, after the coming of script, it led to the better and faster communication. Question is, what is Saki? Now Saki, it's a water wheel to draw water, to take out water. It's a water wheel. Number 3 question is, how do satellites help in day-to-day life? Now uh, these the satellites orbiting in the space, they transfer data to the earth. Okay, they satellites, they transfer data to the earth, and it helps in making weather forecast. Today we can see weather forecast that tomorrow it will rain at this from at this am till evening, like this. For 2 more days it will rain continuously, it will rain, like this weather forecasting. Okay, and predicting natural calamities. Now on this day earthquake will occur, or on this day floods will occur. Okay, like these natural calamities, there's some predictions are there, and that is done only with the help of satellites. Then making phone calls. Now we make phone calls, and this phone calls are also only possible because of satellites. Then aircrafts and ship navigation, to navigate the ship and to navigate the aircrafts only for water and air transport. Okay, satellites are used for many things. Satellites are used, and we are still constantly moving ahead for the better and for new inventions. Okay, for better and new inventions and discoveries that will take place further also. Okay, and then one more, Kongthon village. I told you about the Kongthon village. It is in Meghalaya, and in this is the place in India only, and here people communicate through whistling and using different tunes for calling each other. Like we speak, then we call. But in this state or in this place, people they either whistle or they use different tunes to for calling each other. Okay, so today we have revised a few about this lesson number chapter number 3, evolution of transport and communication. Now you have to read both the chapters that we discussed today at home, and learn all the assignments related to these uh, uh, chapters, and you have to do these revision work in your notebook under the heading revision. Okay, that's all for today, and all the best for exams.